Welcome to another Demarcation Media Mega Construx review. The Spartan Anubis is one of the more unique looking ones that have been created for Infinite. And it's a little strange too, because as you can see just by looking at the figures in front of us, none of them really have a consistent design other than the fact that they share the same helmet. Mark 7 has a very clear Mark 7 chest plate. This one is the Hermes chest plate. Not really sure about those. So I don't know, maybe I missed it, but I don't think the Halo Infinite multiplayer gave too much information on Anubis and like what chest plate necessarily, like what the rest of the armor sets is for Anubis specifically. So today we're going to be looking at the 4 Anubis Spartans that Mega Construx has made. And as of the time of the recording of this video, only 4 exist. These right here. So we're just going to go through them one by one, starting with this guy right here. This guy is from the Halo Infinite Blind Bags Series 2, and he was dubbed the Swolger over on the Domains channel. And he is a big boy. That is a beefy armor set. Twin security shoulders, whatever this chest plate is, still don't think we have a name for it. And then the legs. These legs are used on most of the Mark 7s and a lot of the Infinite Spartans. They were George's lower legs originally, so they're a little bit beefed up. He's got a DMR. So this guy is a very chunky Spartan. The red that they use to pair with this yellow is not the normal red, it's a darker red. It's kind of the hold on a second, let me bring this guy in. So there was a normal blue, and then Mega kind of introduced this darker blue here. So this red is kind of the red version of that, the darker counterpart to our normal red. As you can see, these guys share the same chest plate. Like I said, still have no clue what this one is. Then the Anubis helmet, it is a very pointy one. This guy has the gold visor, and all of the Anubis helmets have a fair amount of print on them. And that is good and bad. Good because for the most part, it looks great. Bad because it does not match the color of the plastic of the armor. So it's a little awkward. And actually, this guy is showing up on camera as a kind of a bright yellow, but he is actually more of a buttery yellow, I think. Yeah, you can see, put it next to this yellow. So yeah, there's a variation there. Overall, this guy is a really cool figure and probably my favorite from Halo Infinite Series 2, I think, or at least close to the top. Head poses well with this armor. It catches a little bit. The Anubis is a bulky helmet. You can see it sticks off far on the back. So it kind of gets caught, and we'll see in a little bit that again. But for the most part, the helmet works quite well with this chest plate. I gotta say, out of all 4 of these, this dude right here is my favorite by far. Blue and silver is just a fantastic mix of colors, and interestingly enough, it is the reverse of my sig fig. So if I wanted to create an all blue Spartan and an all silver one, I could just swap their lower arms and legs and we would have some monochrome Spartans. I like the color mix though, so I'm not going to do that. This guy came in the skull control set, and he brought with him a chain gun. And we finally started seeing the return of the chain gun in sets, which is fantastic. This guy is primarily a Mark 7. He's got a Mark 7 chest plate, waist, shoulders, same legs. Essentially, if we had a silver, or I suppose the blue one from the Halo Heroes figure, that is me. I suppose I could put that head on here, and you would basically just have a Mark 7. The helmet itself is gray again, and then it's got some silver printed on it, which the silver is printed on better than the green, which is a little surprising since it's a lighter color. Then the visor is blue, and it looks really nice. The way it catches light right on the front, it looks like there's like a single eye staring through the visor. It's very intimidating looking. Not too much to see around the back. Yeah, this guy is definitely my favorite out of all of these. It's such a clean color combination. It's just so good. And he's very easy to get. All you have to do is get the skull control helmet, although that one might be harder to find now. I'm not sure. They kind of removed it from shelves. Suffers a little bit of the same issue as the previous guy, with his head getting kind of stuck and kind of using the shoulder piece as a ramp and then popping the head off. Let's see, can he get... Yeah, he's just about as limited with the upward head movement. So, like I said, it's a bulky helmet and it gets caught on armor quite a bit. This dude right here came from the Banished Ghost hijack. And I believe this was the first look we had really gotten of Anubis. This was the first figure that Mega released of Anubis. And he has a different chest plate again. This is a chest plate we've seen mostly on Trailblazers so far. Got a little bit of print on it. Looks pretty cool. He's got the marbled like tan gray kind of color. And this guy, if you've watched my review of that set, you will already know this, but on the box, it shows this guy with Mark 7 shoulders, but in every single set, he comes with these ones right here. These are the ones that Cat uses, the Air Assault shoulders. So it was a weird inconsistency there. I'm kind of glad that they used these because they do look pretty nice, and we got a lot of Mark 7 shoulder pieces. So I don't think it's necessarily bad. It was just weird. And then the helmet itself, the green is pretty well printed on there. It could have been a little thicker in some places, but this is one of the ones where the chest plate kind of inhibits the head movement. And when I first got this guy, his head was so tight. Like I was afraid I was going to break the neck. But if you start turning it, you can see the slope starts pushing the head up. So if you rotate it too much, it starts to want to pop off. So it's a little odd. He can't really look up that much. That's the limit of his upward movement. You can look down. So not a deal breaker, but is still a little frustrating. Gold visor, and his weapon was a new style AR. And last but not least, we have the Escape Helmet Anubis. This one is really interesting because it is a female for starters. Uses the new Hermes chest plate, which is female specific, which is a great mold, and I really wish this back piece could be used for Chief because it's so much more accurate. Now, I really would have preferred to see a different color here. We already had gotten a yellow Anubis, as you can see here. The print on the head is really not that much different. It's just applied lighter on this one over here, on this girl here. And it just looks a little lower quality, but it's not really much difference in color. Actually, the two yellow colors are closer here than it is to his actual armor. So I would have really liked to see a different color since we had already gotten yellow, but Mega decided to go with that again. They at least gave us a silver visor this time, which was a nice change. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but they did give us that little bit of change. So that was good. I still would have liked to see something new. The head moves way better on this armor than on a lot of the others. Whoops. Still limited upward movement, but downward movement is great, and side to side is pretty good. So that's a good improvement. Those shoulder pieces, it was really good to see them come back. And then we've got some of Chief's lower legs and arms in yellow. Weapon is a Halo 5 style battle rifle, which is a little weird because I don't think those are in Infinite. It's kind of odd. Overall, probably the oddest out of all of the Anubis figures, but by no means a bad figure. As you probably already could guess, I definitely rank the Silver Dude top of the list. I think he's the best out of all 4 of these Spartans we've gotten so far. Second place goes to the Soldier. He's just a great color combination. He kind of did the red and yellow color scheme better than like the Series 11 Operator. I've seen people call him the McDonald's Spartan because they had bright red and bright yellow. And that was a little eye-burning. So this time they've taken the colors and toned them down just a little bit, and it's given us this nice, like, more buttery yellow and then the dark red, and it's just a really nice combination. Then I'll put the green guy in third. The main reason he takes the spot over the Escape Anubis is purely because he's a different color. The Escape Anubis would definitely have hit the third spot if she had been any color other than yellow. I mean, even a different color green or just straight up gray or blue, something other than a yellow again would have been so much better. And that is the reason why she lands at 4th place. So hopefully Mega will give us some new colors soon, because we have a pretty limited spread here. I think officially a red one, because we got this guy who has red, but like a red one with the red on the helmet would be nice. Blue on the helmet would be nice. Pink, I always say this, but if I could have one of every Spartan in that hot pink color, that would be fantastic, because that color looks so cool. Black would be really cool. Gold. There's so many possibilities still, and I've said this in almost every one of these Spartan comparison videos, because Mega has been doing a good job with what they've been giving us, but there's still a ton of room for expanding. And so far, we haven't seen an Anubis in a Halo Heroes series, so maybe it's about time we saw one of those as well. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.